Yeah, we were looking at those questions. Best way we can answer that, and I think people are already aware of that, but I know you want us to explain that to the public, and you can't. Why not? You'd get killed or lose your job? Okay, I'll do it then, considering I'm already dead and my children are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles. Yeah, this is fucking sick and disturbing. Hey, have you talked to Lex lately? Why don't you tell him I said hi? And whenever he wants to help expose the truth here and help these children, that would be great. Yeah, well, when you look at a lot of different people involved with those loops and groups and healthcare, helping people with their mental illness, studying autism. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, when you look at these guys and the connections, Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, David Wilcox, I mean, it should make sense to you, right? Right, so why aren't people speaking out about the truth? Right, because they think it's all a plan, and they're getting people, playing it by ear, moment to moment, living on the edge. I know, isn't it beautiful? I fall in and out of love with myself every day. But even when I, fall out of love with myself, feeling a little bit down or ashamed or could have done better. If only I should do this, shouldn't I? I know, right? What can you do?
Good morning.
What gives it a conscious awareness that makes it, that helps it to make rational decisions? I know, it's interesting, isn't it? Life. Yeah, so when you look at all those groups and the involvements and how people have been making money, the Mickey Mouse Club, the Russian connections there with devices and listening and investigations and getting the cartel families, and yeah, along the way, some of those investigators and punks and people who got to teach the O'Doyles a lesson, and there's a lot of innocent people in those families that have nothing to do with their families and their businesses. For real. I know, and a lot of the people you go after are the ones that are fed up with their bullshit too. You almost joined forces with them. Well, it seems like over the years, a lot of those entities, like the Mickey Mouse Club and those networks connected with Netflix and all those shows. It's interesting they call them Netflix, huh? It's like a big basketball court, isn't it? Who's up? Oh, that baseball? That baseball? Yeah, I don't know sports very well. And I'm a complete expert. Jump shot. It depends on what day it is. Some days I can do a layup, some days I can't. I haven't really tried in a while. I know, I would like to. He likes to play basketball, but sad, isn't it? It is sad. It's been very sad to us for many years. Right, so we find it interesting. It's a lot of people, depending on what side they're on in those loops and groups. I know some are take that motherfucker's head off, because they know what the fuck's happening. How they tried to kill us, and they abuse little kids. And people are around here pretending like it's not real. And the abuse that is documented, the little boy he beat up in the tub, a little toddler, black hand marks, scars on his neck, all that was just a whack. The little brat probably deserved it. Yeah, these people are fucked. I don't think they're that evil. I think in their heart of hearts they wouldn't be that way, but because they have other things at stake and they want to set up shop and carry on with their gross, sick businesses. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck do you people think you're doing? I know, and it's amazing how none of those people talk about the public school systems and the fraud, because they're all profiting from it, teaching the retards and druggies a lesson. It's almost like, a homeless thing, not going to give them money because they're just going to spend it on drugs. And it's turned into such a shit show and free-for-all with these nasty fucking people in those positions. And the people that were in them before gave them such open reign, so everyone would be going, holy shit, look at that. Totally forget about what they did back between 2008 and 2012. I don't fucking think so. And that still needs to be addressed. The private investigator who shot himself, trying to help bring clarity to those things. Oh, did he really shoot himself? From what I could tell, he was trying to bring awareness to the Mayan trafficking lines and people targeting innocent retards. Karens, non-vaxxers, hippies, Nazis. Yeah, and he didn't think it was okay. I don't believe he would have gone along with that. Yeah, he was probably trying to tell him how stupid that was. So that's probably why he wound up shooting himself, right? Supposedly. Very sad. Yeah, when the goons directly connected to him being gaslit, what they did to him are the ones playing these fucking games who tried to kill me back in the 90s and in 2001. Yeah, it was right before the towers got hit. Yeah, interesting. When you actually look into that and you see what was going on there with our involvements and programs and occupations, yeah, I'd wake the fuck up if I were you. And then how some of them try to use that to pin tails on donkeys. Yeah, they've put us and our children in a lot of danger. I'm already dead, and the me is usually dead by now. They make it look like an accident, overdose, car accident, heart condition. I remember in 2017, they tried telling me I needed a vein surgery or I was going to die. I know, that doctor's office shut down right after I went to Canada. And why did I go to Canada? Right, when you start looking into that and our awareness level there, yeah, people have been watching those things for a long time in those networks. Sick and disturbing. And it is connected to a lot of murders and snuff films and politicians and drugs and necrophilia. It's fucking sick. Right, so anyways, my 2 children are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles. Abuser's name is Michael Scott Garand. He tried to kill me and he beat up a little boy in the tub. And how these fucking sickos around here protect him is disgusting and disturbing. All for one and one for all, eh? You people are fucking sick. I'd pack your shit and get the fuck out of here if I were you. For real. And you can try to stand your ground and act all tough. Shut the fuck up. We have children here that have been fucked and tortured. Do you understand the level in the child and animal pornography and how they're using that as leverage? You people are fucking sick. And you need help. And for anyone listening to understand, we're already usually dead. And to see how these children are in the custody of those fucks while everyone plays fucking house, setting up shop, telling their recover stories. We were druggies and now we're not. Want to do a sound bath? You sick fucks. I really hope the proper authorities. Right, see how I love dogs and drugs and sound baths? I know, so you can go and say what you will. Oh, now they don't like sound baths. Dog haters. Huh? Oh, don't you got it fucking wrong. We love dogs. We hate you, sick fucking people that are protecting child molesters and murderers over people. Now, if we had to protect a dog, or you, we'd protect you first, because that's how we roll. We always put human safety at the forefront. And when we're dealing with people who don't, and good people and their children are getting killed while you play your fucking immature games, we're going to keep speaking out till the proper authorities address what's been going on here for years, and they help our children in the hands of these sick fucks. And you punk pieces of shit, pack up and get the fuck out of here. And if I were you, dude, I'd be selling this to someone who cares. Yeah, the person who bought this place in 2009 was one of my brother's drug buddies from out in Whitefield. The private investigator shot himself right around that time. Yeah, when you look at some of the other stuff that was going on, people scared that the non-vaxxers are going to kill people, sick of these cartel families. I know they're all using steam from years of losing friends to overdoses. They put all the blame on these drug dealing. I know. They have a mental illness, dude. It's a fucking mental illness. You want to help Trump? Hey, Trump, do you want to tell those fucking selfish, entitled pieces of shit to shut the fuck up? I think you pretty much did, yeah? I mean, you can't say it like that, right? I mean, you can, but it's better to be more classy and hold a good position, right? I agree. I agree. For some of us, we're already not even in an option to gain those positions. We're already dead. Yeah, when you're already on Skid Row, you may as well talk the talk and walk the walk. Yeah, but not everyone is in full costume, you know? Right. So do you have any other questions, comments, or concerns or suggestions, host, to how we can help our children and get people in the community here of Augusta, Maine to acknowledge the abuse and fraud and help our children who are hostages in the hands of Hamas? Because right now, I know we have people that suggest we take that sick motherfucker's head off. That's been going on for years. Right. And then we have other people that are trying to get me to off my dad, right? And so now they think because of all this years of ignorance, and they can see that he's the one ignoring it, right? Along with others who got him ignoring it. Most of them have moved away. And to the ones that are left around here, I'd pack his shit and get the fuck out of here. Huh? What's that? Oh, you're friends with Joey Diaz? Get the fuck out of here. You fucking UFC fucking pieces of shit. Promoting fucking kill moves to our kids. Here, this is how you can take them out with one shot to the chest. Here, this is how you can put someone in a sleeper hold. Yeah, let's get them practicing that, as opposed to actually figuring out what it means to be human. Yeah, when you fucking pieces of shit promoting the fucking fighting are the ones connected to the druggies and the dogs, and you don't want to fucking wake up to it and just protect your fucking sick lifestyles as opposed to speaking the truth, yeah, it pisses a lot of people off. So you go ahead and carry on and protect yourselves. Sick fucks. Anyways, much love, health, and peace all. We'll be right here if you want to address the facts. But you're probably not going to want to do that. I know you're busy trying to figure out how you can get one of my kids killed so then I get angry and take it out on so-and-so and kill him. Right. I know. I'm telling you people, that's what they're planning. That's what they try to get going. We can see them. We can hear them. We hear their thoughts. We see their text messages as they see ours. Right. So anyways, I really, really hope. Yeah, they're trying to set it up to get my son killed. So then I snap and kill my dad, who they've been trying to set up. Back in 2008, 9, 10, 11, you'll see like the Jimmy Kimmel and Zelensky crews. A lot of them have moved away. Yeah, the ones that were making fun of the old ladies who didn't know how to masturbate and the old mean hicks and racist white supremacists. I know, remember? Yeah, I know. When I was trying to actually talk with one of them, I went out to lunch. Actually, it was one of my sisters. It was around the time I couldn't move my arm. I had lost use of my arm. Oh, yeah, no, it was Dad. They had taken me to the doctors. Even the sick fuck's mother went with me because they thought I was lying. And the doctor hooked me up to the computer. They couldn't make it move with the computer. He's like, this nerve is almost dead. It's barely shooting a 1, and you may never get use of it again. All right, so anyways, I'm out to lunch with my sister, trying to express the concerns I'm having, similar to what Chris had been saying. Some of the concerns with the drug trafficking and the sickos targeting innocent people. Right, and what they did, they start crying and going into some tangent about how Dad used to yell a lot when we were kids. So it's like I could see them trying to justify what a lot of their people and buddies were doing. Friends, maybe some police officers, some work for secret ops, FBI, huh? Secret Service. Yeah. Right. And she's crying to me about how Dad used to yell a lot. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like literally sitting there eating with one hand because I can't move the other arm. It wasn't even my good hand. I know. It's like, you gotta be kidding me, right? Crying, yeah, she was crying about dad, yelling a lot when we were kids, and also looking for some Prozac. Like, you fucking psychos. I know. It's like, yo, I don't take any of that shit. Wow. I know, and then people get upset as like, well, why is it they don't need to take that stuff? And why are they happy? Oh, yeah, it's because maybe they don't have to work, or, if they had to do this, if they had, and then they turn it into this fucking game, and trying to prove if people are disabled or not. All these games they've been playing over the years, you sick fucking nasty cunts. Right, so anyways, here I am, trying to express the concerns we're having with these punks that came up out of a chop shop connected to the catalytic converters, who should have been in prison, but they let them out early, yeah? Right. Yeah, I mean, I was beyond what the fuck. Right, because if you think about that time frame, too, between 2010 and 2013, right, foot surgery, had 2 kids, what the sick fuck was doing, leaving a loaded gun around, telling me my son's name was Roberto Salazar Gonzalez. He was going to be a serial killer. Yeah, these people are fucked. Right, it's just a matter of the public understanding that when you see all these people involved, like Lex and Alex and Joe and all those people getting the druggies and the Karens and the non-vaxxers and the supremacist hicks. So that's why they use the cartel investigations, and they get those people doing their investigations. Then it kind of softens the blows of what they're doing. And right, and then they're all playing these games behind the scenes. Oh, we can do this, and they'll just think it was one of their loser family members or so-and-so. Right. And then they can play the guessing game trying to figure out who did it, blaming each other. It'll be like a fun, Needful Things movie. So they've been doing this stuff our whole lives. Yeah, so in the early 90s, when the child molester that lived with us was arrested, who was dating my younger sister, right, people were complaining about that. Yeah, not to mention the drugs and all that stuff. Well, when I for some reason, happened to notice some things, and when I said something, it wasn't too long after that, a ghost pushed me down the stairs and I fractured my shoulder. Right, I noticed similar things too over the years. If I ever remembered things, like, hey, I'd get yelled at. You don't remember right. Stop lying. Oh, it was awful. Yeah, I was retarded by the time I was 9. If any of you knew me, you'd know that, right? Huh? Just spoiled? Was it just because I was spoiled? But what was I spoiled from? Was it all the pixie sticks and raw hot dogs? Getting kicked in the ass? Almost tickled to death? No, just tell me. What was I being spoiled with? Yeah, you people need to wake the fuck up. Right. A lot of people are. Trust me, anyone listening, there are so many people that are aware and very disturbed at what's happening and hoping that the proper authorities do what they're supposed to do to help these children. I know many of you are more concerned about getting us out of here, the horrible O'Doyles. No, just me, right? 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, we moved in this place in 2006. My mom's worked here since the 90s. My mama and Pepe were always associated to it. Our house out in Whitefield. Yeah, got burnt down. Yeah, some rats threw a fireball through the window. Yeah, my dad and my son barely made it out. I know. Well, hey, some kids gotta die for them to teach goons a lesson, right? Mm-hmm. I know. It's just a risk they're willing to take. Homie. Yeah, well, hone in on this, motherfucker. Time to wake up. Hopefully. Hopefully. We can just wait, right? And hope some radicals blow it up and then you don't have to deal with it, right? Do a solid for a brother. Anyways, I hope that helped to explain that. I know some people were asking and concerned about the text messages with these sick fucks around here and in Florida, Texas, California, Canada. Yeah, trying to plan on meeting up. You know, tourist time is coming. Right, they're planning on meeting up, trying to get our son to a certain place so they can get him hurt, beat up, or killed. And then I'll snap, probably, if that happens, and kill my father. Right? No, I'm telling you, this is what they're talking about. I know, and then people will be like, oh, this is what she's talking about it. It's like, we're just telling you what they're talking about. These sick fucks and networks and state workers and people who have fucked with us for years. Yeah, time to wake the fuck up, people. So anyways, if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, I'm right here. What's that? How do I feel about, I've never met those people when it comes to Alex Jones, and I'm pretty sure, they're doing the best they can. Right, and you've heard them screaming out for years. It's how they make a living, is talking about these child pedo rings. So you'd think that they'd want to expose it and get the sick fucks when we find them, right? And instead of doing that, it's almost like they help create those situations and then profit from the disdain. Like, wow, really? What do you think you're doing? We tried to help. I know, they always act like they tried, and they poke and they prod at the fucking psychos around those people till something happens, and then, guess we can't help them now. People go crazy, Yeah, get the fuck over yourself, dude, for real. Much love. I know, right? Hopefully, we sure hope so. But yeah, no, we have no ill feelings towards any of those people. I think everybody's just living their lives, doing the best they can. If they want to say, oh, they're just complaining because they're jealous, or just complaining because this or that. It's like, we're just complaining because we're dead and our children are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles. Otherwise, we wouldn't be saying a fucking damn thing and exposing you sick fucks. Yeah, I know. What would be the point? Right, unless, exactly, when children are starving, like for us to sit here and talk about children starving, oh my God, and you sick fucks need to wake up, kids are starving in the world. Like, no. But if there was a kid right next door being starved and tortured and abused, I'd be like, hey, there's a kid hungry next door. Now I talk about some hungry kids that need to be fed. If I knew personally of children that were being starved and who was doing it, and it was right in my vicinity, yeah, I mean, it's like kids get beat up all the time, right? Right, so if you're walking up the street and you see a kid beating up, are you going to keep walking by because kids get beat up all the time? Or because it's like right there in front of your face, are you going to try to help that child? Guy looks scary, has a weapon, fuck that. Right, exactly. So that's what we're dealing with here over the years. So anyone listening, you can help. Okay, it's not about, being brave and fighting somebody. It's about speaking the truth. The vaccine-injured children here, what happened in 2009, the private investigator. These things need to be addressed. And how you sick fucks around here for real have been setting up shop and doing your little plans as though it's not happening. And profiting from the MK Ultra stuff. Is it real, not real? Doing your analyzing. Oh, she thinks this. And then they think they're playing along with people's delusional beliefs. That's real. And they're aiding and abetting sick fucks. And a lot of them know that. And you're playing right into their hands. They get you right under their thumb. Wrapped right around their little finger. Wee, wee, wee. All the way home. Right, so you can help by speaking the truth. vaccine-injured children, the overprescribing of SSRIs. Right, and then when those same people who want to ignore the abuse are scared of non-vaxxers and promoting Prozac up the fucking ass and scared of marijuana, yeah, time to wake up, folks. All right, much love, health, and peace to you.